Hey Sam. It's great to see you again. Today, we're going to learn about the word
Küche.
Hi Alex. That sounds interesting. What does
Küche.
mean?
Küche.
means kitchen in English. It's the place where we cook and prepare food. It's a really common word since everyone has a
Küche.
at home.
That makes sense. Is there anything tricky about it?
Yes, actually. One common mistake is confusing.
Küche.
With the English word cuisine, which refers to a style of cooking rather than the
Küche.
itself. Just remember,
Küche.
is all about the physical space. Now, let's talk about the grammar.
Küche.
Is a feminine noun, so it uses the article.
Die.
The plural form is.
Küchen.
You can say,
Die Küche.
for the singular and,
Die Küchen.
for the plural.
Got it. So, how do I use it in different tenses?
Good question. In the present tense, you might say,
Ich koche in der Küche.
which means I cook in the kitchen. In the past tense, you could say,
Ich kochte in der Küche.
and in perfect, it would be,
Ich habe in der Küche gekocht.
for the imperative, you can say,
Koche in der Küche.
which means cook in the kitchen.
That's a lot. But I think I can manage it.
The word
Küche.
actually comes from Old High German
Kuoha.
and has evolved over time. It's fascinating how languages change, isn't it?
Wow, I didn't know that. I love learning about word origins.
Yes, it helps us understand the language better. Many German words have roots in different languages, reflecting the history of the region. Now let's break down the word.
Küche.
It doesn't have a prefix or suffix, but it's interesting to know that it stems from the root related to cooking. So, we can think of it as a space specifically for cooking.
That makes sense.
Let's explore some similar words. For example, the word
Koch.
means cook. If you add a suffix, like in,
Kochbuch.
you get cookbook. There's also,
Kochschule.
which means cooking school. Then, if we look at the prefix,
Vor.
you have,
Vorbereiten.
meaning to prepare.
So, that's like preparing food before cooking, right?
Exactly. Other examples include
Küchenstuhl,
for kitchen chair and
Küchenutensilien,
for kitchen utensils. Now let's practice speaking. Imagine you are cooking with a friend. You could start with
Was möchtest du in der Küche kochen?
meaning what do you want to cook in the kitchen?
Ich möchte ein Pastagericht kochen.
Perfect. That means I want to cook a pasta dish. Great job. Another situation could be at a restaurant. You might ask the waiter,
Wo ist die Küche?
meaning where is the kitchen?
Oh, I can try.
Wo ist die Küche, bitte?
Exactly. That's very polite. Lastly, imagine you're at home with someone cooking together. You could say,
Lass uns in der Küche arbeiten.
meaning let's work in the kitchen.
Lass uns in der Küche arbeiten.
Got it.
Now, let's talk about the gender of.
Küche,
Since it's feminine, you can remember it with the ending, which is common for feminine nouns. Picture a cozy,
Küche,
filled with warm colors and delicious food to help remember it.
That's a nice image.
Usage notes are important too.
Küche,
Is generally informal, but you can use it in formal settings as well. Common phrases include
die Küche aufräumen,
for cleaning the kitchen,
in der Küche arbeiten,
for working in the kitchen, and
die Küche dekorieren.
for decorating the kitchen. Just be careful not to confuse it with,
Küchenchef,
which means head chef.
I see.
Let's wrap things up with some example sentences. You could say,
die Küche ist sehr groß.
meaning the kitchen is very big. Or,
Ich habe die Küche gereinigt.
which means I cleaned the kitchen.
Die Küche ist sehr groß.
And,
Ich habe die Küche gereinigt.
Exactly. And don't forget, you could also say,
In der Küche gibt es viele Gewürze.
meaning there are many spices in the kitchen.
that's helpful.
Now, let's do a quick recall check. What is the gender of?
Küche,
It's feminine.
Correct. What's the plural form?
Küchen.
Great. Can you give me an example sentence in the present tense?
Ich koche in der Küche.
Perfect. What does
Küchenstuhl,
mean?
Kitchen chair.
Excellent. Last question, what's the imperative form?
Koche in der Küche.
Yes. You did wonderfully today, Sam. To summarize, we learned about
Küche,
which means kitchen, its grammatical details, and some related words. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be using it effortlessly.
Thanks, Alex. I really enjoyed today's lesson.
Anytime, Sam. Looking forward to our next session.